So we're going to kick things off on the weekly chart for Ethereum, looking at some similarities between the last cycle and the current cycle, really just to see where we are now to make heads or tail of it. In this video, guys, we're going to cover everything in terms of the price prediction, the analysis. We'll be looking at what Ethereum's likely to do into the next bull market, 2024, 2025. So stay tuned, all coming up, lots of value in this one. Smash that like, and if you like TA and all kinds of crypto educational content, make sure you have not only hit the like button, but you're subscribed and have the bell turned on. So similarities and where we currently are in the chart. So Ethereum, we don't have the same time to go by as we do with Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin goes back all the way from sort of 2008. Ethereum's more sort of 2015 in its history. So not as much history to work with, but that's okay. We can still work with what we've got, and we can base something off of that to give us an idea with other confluencing factors to see where we are and where we're going. So the first thing really for the Ethereum price is looking where we are in terms of the last cycle. So let's have a look at this. In 2018, January 2018, the Ethereum price topped out at about $1,400. We came down for a little drop of 73% before the Ethereum price rallied about 120%. The reason why that's interesting and important is you can see in the more recent decline, so look at the similarities here from the top to this decline. Again, it was about a similar type of drop, 56%, and to the high about 65%. So you can see, although the percentages aren't the same because Ethereum price has become a lot more, it's still a similar structure. We had a 1, 2, 3, and we had a 1, 2, 3. So we've had the big sell-off, in my opinion. We've had the big down movement, which in the last bear cycle, in terms of percentage, was 94%. The Ethereum move on this bear market move to the downside wasn't as aggressive, but still 81.5%. So still something quite significant in terms of a sell-off and what would be expected for Ethereum being a bigger network effect now, bigger price, X, Y, Z. Now, we know time-wise from the top to the bottom, it took, in terms of days, 350 days. This one was a little bit quicker. We went down in 217 days. However, in order to go from, not in order, but from the last cycle top to the ultimate bottom where we rallied from, took 805 days. Okay, so that is just over 2 years, basically. So what we can then see is, when will the ultimate bottom be if we based it on another 800 days? Well, you can see that we may not hit the very bottom, or a new bottom, not to necessarily say we're going to create a lower low than the one we did in last June at $900, but we still may have to wait, get up to that 800-day point, which could take us towards early 2024 or late of this year, 2023. Will we see another price decline in Ethereum from where we are now? It's very, very likely, and I'll show you why. If you look at the structure from the last cycle, 1, 2, 3, we then went up, which I believe we have most recently. So this movement here is very similar to this movement here. And then you had the price move down. You can see in percentage terms, that was about 65%. We didn't have the same sort of percentage terms, but about 45%. And then when we came down, it rallied again before the sell-off. But what's interesting is the Ethereum sell-off at this point here, which you could compare. So basically, February 2020 is very similar to where we are April 2023, you could say. And the situation is we had a huge sell-off, but it was due to a black swan event. It was the pandemic. So if the pandemic didn't happen, we can't know for sure what would have happened, but what we can do is bring in the 200-day moving average. So this is going to be the next important thing here. You can see right now we are above the 200-day MA. Now, if I base it on being here, we were above it. But we could have easily come and touched it again as a support. So my opinion is we are going to see some small correction. I'm not convinced now that we're going to create a lower low. There's a chance that we may come down and create this double bottom or W effect like we did in the last cycle. But in all honesty, that really happened because of the COVID pandemic. But we did have this sell-off to the downside, which brought us, in terms of percentage, to the bottom within 28%. So if we aren't here and we're here in terms of relation similarities, it could be that we will find ourselves within, let's say, a 30% to the bottom. So what would 30% of the bottom look like? Well, it would be approximately taking us down to about $1,400. So yeah, we could come down to $1,400. It is something that's very possible. And what I believe we should actually look at is the log chart. The log chart gives us a good indication of where we are as well, because if you look at this support line, you can see we only wicked under this log chart, because this log support, because of the black swan event, I've already said it. But if you look at where we are now, there's only a small room to come down to the support again, but this is a big time frame chart. So yeah, we could come down to the 200-day moving average. I really don't see the Ethereum price dropping. Very likely, I can't see it dropping much more than 1650. But yeah, there is a chance. There is a chance with an unknown event, it could come down to sort of $1,100-$1,200. But I really think the bottom is in now, the bottom that we created in June. So I'm, of course, accumulating Ethereum. So next up, guys, we're going to look at the actual price predictions. I'm also going to show you a very cool rainbow chart for the Ethereum price and talk about the price prediction. But first, guys, I've actually turned off Google Ads. I want to bring you something more relevant. This is something that all crypto traders, holders, investors can benefit from. It's called CryptoPilot. It doesn't matter if the market's moving up, sideways, or down. You can actually benefit by automated AI trade signals. So this is more of a mid-long-term investment strategy using a bot to trade for you. Basically, it all works through Telegram, so you can control the bots and it plugs into your trading account. So just to show you, it looks a little bit like this. You basically get different bots: Pilot bot, Ladder bot, Top Trader bot. And you can see how it works. You can manage your own risk between 1 and 10%. Very cool. So depending on your own risk appetite, you can set it accordingly. You can see open trades. You can see closed trades, for example, and you can kind of see the results. Last 5 trades, 80% win rate, 8% profit. Last 10 trades, 90% win rate, 32% profit. And the other bots are also very profitable as well. For example, closed trades on Ladderbot. Look at all these one trades. So I've been using it. I've been making like 80% a month. It's really, really good, to be quite honest. And you can try it for free with no commitment. You don't need to put your card details in. Completely beginner friendly. Plugs into Bybit and KuCoin. And if you don't have one of those accounts, they show you how to easily set up that account. There's even a no KYC option. So very, very good platform. And the other thing I'll mention, guys, if you want somewhere to trade, check out KuCoin and Bybit, both my preferred crypto trading platforms, both with huge bonuses. Video description down below has those specific links where you can get 0% fees and those huge bonuses there, guys. So let's go back into the Ethereum price prediction part of this video. So we can look at this rainbow chart, which I love looking at because it just shows the sheer potential of Ethereum. This basically stops, well, it takes you back to about April of 2023, but you can see we're probably about here. We're still in fire sale. Even if we're not in fire sale, we're definitely in the undervalue stage. Now, if we know that, if we can calculate how long it takes from the bottom to the top to basically see in days how long it takes from the bottom to the top, we can kind of get an idea of where we might be. So from this bottom, in the last bear market bottom, which was the 9th of March 2020, to the top, it actually took 616 days. So if you agree with me that the bottom came in June of last year, and we do 616 days from the bottom to the top, it takes you to February of 2024. But bear in mind, on the last bottom, it was the later part of the cycle. So that wasn't necessarily the ultimate bottom. So I'm saying the ultimate bottom's probably going to come in at some point in the fall, basically. Maybe October, maybe November. I believe we might still see one more sell-off to the downside. So let's be conservative and go by 600 days from, let's say, October time. So it's basically going to take us somewhere in around a year from now. Okay, so a year from now could be around the top is. So if you basically look at this rainbow chart about the summer of 2024, it's going to basically mean that you're going to be somewhere around this point if you're just in the kind of mid-range, and that mid-range is above $10,000. But let's look at our actual chart to look at something more specific. Now, we know from the previous market low to the top, in terms of percentage, it was 5,000%. So even if Ethereum rallied half of that this time from the bottom, we won't even do it from the next potential low, from the bottom, if we did a 2,500% rally, I mean, you're looking at an Ethereum price of about $25,000. My price prediction actually takes us somewhere around that. But let's also look at this. We also have this cup and handle pattern in the chart, and we don't need the log chart to show you this, but look at this. Look at this cup and handle pattern, which is textbook for technical analysis. This is a big pattern, and obviously it started all the way back in January 2018 at the high of that cycle. But this is playing out perfectly, and we've actually broken out the handle part. And that doesn't mean that we can't come down as a retest down to 1100, even potentially 900. I don't think we'll come that low. Like I said, I think 1400 is the ultimate low, if it's not even on the last low, which was 1387. But look at this. The way that you target this is from the middle. If you look at the structure, if you look at the breakout point, you're looking at an Ethereum price prediction of about $30,000. We could also basically look at Bitcoin. And by the way, guys, if you want to know a similar type of video for what I've just made for Ethereum, look at the video I made recently, the upcoming Bitcoin halving, this one. I'll put a link up there. I also have a prepare now for the 2024 Bitcoin halving. It's basically a 2024 to 2025 Bitcoin price prediction. I suggest to watch that as well. But you can look at the Bitcoin price and you can see that Bitcoin from the lows to the highs rallied in terms of percentage 2,000%. Ethereum rallied from the lows to the highs, basically 2.5 times that. And basically my Bitcoin price prediction is the minimum, at the bare minimum, it's $150,000 Bitcoin, which would mean from where we are now, if we did rally to 150,000, it takes you 400%. We know Ethereum rallies at least 3 times that. So if you did a 1,200% rally from the current price action, you're looking at about $24,000 Ethereum. So my price prediction for Ethereum for the next bull market top, which I believe will happen some point late 2024, around that kind of time into early 2025, I do believe we will see Ethereum somewhere between, at the low end, 20,000. At the high end, it could be up to about $50,000 Ethereum, which would take you into this kind of flippening, very bullish, oversold area. But very conservative still. It wouldn't be unreasonable to say $30,000 Ethereum. Let me know if you agree in the comments down below. Once again, guys, if you want some great exchanges where you can trade futures, spot, and all other kinds, check out KuCoin, check out Bybit, 0 fees, huge bonuses with the links in the video description down below. And remember, you can boost your profits with Crypto Pilot AI crypto trading signals. Basically, all works through Telegram. You can control the bot in terms of risk. There's new products coming out as well, so check that out as well, where you can earn passively on autopilot. Guys, thanks for joining me, and check out any one of these videos that pop up on the screen before we go. If you're not subscribed, hit that bell, share this video as well, thank you, and I'll see you on another video very soon, guys. Take care. Bye bye.